there. This is G.Bass with the Rise of the 1%. Alongside me, James J.C. Williams with the Rise of the 1%.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is the official launch of the Rise of the 1% podcast, where you're going to discover the strategies, the tools, the insights to dominate and get into the top 1% of your industry.
Awesome, man. I'm so excited just to get this started, man. How you feel today, G?
I feel great. How about yourself?
Man, I'm feeling definitely blessed. All right, blessed to be here on this Monday morning, beginning of a new week, and another day that we could dominate out here. All right, and one of the things I just want to say is that I'm excited about this. Is our first podcast, and we're gonna do this for many years on down the road.
Oh yes, definitely.
And you started this. How long has the Rise been going on?
Since 2016, in terms of the actual community and the business model, but in terms of the interviews, we started the interviews around 2015.
Yeah, and I remember you had some great interviews then, and I know for me, I got a lot of value out of it. So, I just had that vision where it was like, all right, I want us to get back to that. And we know how big the podcasting world is right now.
Right.
And it's like we should take advantage of it, and because that's what the foundation, that's what the Rise really started.
Right.
Building on.
Exactly.
What's the interviews and us, just touching shoulders with other extraordinary entrepreneurs out there.
Yep.
People that's doing marvelous things in whatever field that they in.
Right.
So, just to hit on that, like, what you feel like was your vision? Hey, how did you even came up with the Rise?
Yeah, it started for me just having a curiosity in terms of what do people who excel at top levels, what do they do? Like, first of all, what is their mindset? Mm-hmm. What is their mindset? And then what are some of the things they do consistently in terms of their actions that lead to this result of them performing at high levels,
right,
being the best at what they do, and being in the 1%. And so that's pretty much where it started from, just a huge curiosity. I've always been curious in terms of what do the ultra successful do? Like, what took them from wherever they started from to where they are today?
Yeah, it's funny that you said curiosity. I think curiosity plays a big part on entrepreneurs.
Right.
That's how we able to create, because it's about what we create.
Right.
And only how we can create things, we have to be curious.
Right, exactly. Curiosity is key.
So, I did bring up that, we looking to do this for many years down the road. But just tell me, like, what you feel like is your vision for the Rise and where you wanted to go.
Yeah, so with the Rise of the 1%, I really want to be able to impact your everyday type of people who have some type of passion around something, people that are good at what they do and really want to be able to play at that high level with what they do.
Right.
They may even be being overlooked right now. They may have some type of product or service that really could be great for the market, but they don't necessarily, have the platforms, or they don't necessarily have the exposure or the backing or the support to be able to assist them with getting to top levels with getting that particular product and service out across the world, and of course, solving problems.
Right.
And so I believe my vision is to impact as many of those people as we can over these next coming years.
And then let me ask you, because now, because you have a ad agency, right?
Right.
So when you had that vision, is that one of the reasons why you started ad agency, just to help these entrepreneurs that, that may have been struggling or try to get them to the next level?
Yeah, because marketing is a huge key to being able to get to that next level in terms of your business. If you don't have exposure and no one know who you are,
right,
then at the end of the day, you're not really going to be able to get that product or service out to the marketplace in the manner that you may want to get it, on a big level. And so with that being said, yeah, that's pretty much why I got into the marketing aspect of things, because I saw that a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, they struggle in terms of really getting their products and services out to the masses in a way that they want to, and leveraging the internet to do it.
So we all know the beauty of being an entrepreneur, as in be able to control your time,
Right.
and also too be able to create something and give value to people in the world. But also, you know, we not gonna do anything cookie cutter here. All right, like we're gonna give it to you straight, raw. And what I want to know just from you, like, what's some of the challenges that you face, like when you start creating and building your business?
I would say it was lack of knowledge and information in the beginning of me getting into business. I made some bad decisions in terms of investments. Wasn't very wise, wasn't very knowledgeable on how I should evaluate different type of investments, so I lost a lot of money
Right.
in the beginning stages of getting into entrepreneurship. Another thing I would say as well, even though I was in the entertainment business and I was a club promoter for a while and did the artist management, when it came to actually leveraging online to grow my business, I wasn't very knowledgeable in the beginning stages with that as well. And that's what led to me, of course, reaching out to someone that was having success and getting that knowledge by hiring a coach at that specific time, because I got tired of when we was in network marketing, chasing behind people to get them exposed to the business. So I would say just lack of education and knowledge on different areas.
Right. And I'm just smirking right now because I could definitely relate. And everyone out there that's listening right now, because when you first start, I think that's what it is. It's like the lack of knowledge, and we lose so much money,
Right.
because we don't have maybe a mentor or a coach,
Right.
or you know, some type of blueprint where we can follow.
Right.
Because I went through the same thing myself, and I was, man, and when I really just look back on it, now I love the journey. Like, that's why we able to laugh right now,
Right.
because now we can see the sunshine,
Right.
and we can see the, you know, the flowers and
Just
everything.
lessons
now.
and experiences.
Right.
I don't look at things as failures.
Exactly.
I look failure is our perception. So it's all lessons and experiences. That's how I look at it.
Awesome. So what we want to do now, we want to talk about, for you guys out there, we want to give you, when we see certain things going on in the industry, big topics, and or certain individuals or companies that's doing major things, what we have is something called the percenter of the week. All right. So today, our percent of the week that we want to talk about is Kobe Bryant. All right. Before I hand it off to you about Kobe, you know, we know that this was a remarkable individual.
Absolutely.
Right? You know, we lost a hero.
1,000% agreed.
And the silver line I could see into his death, for me as a fan, because, you know, of course I didn't know him personally, but I watched Kobe come into the NBA, all right, dominate. He was one of my favorite players. I mean, he's a GOAT. So, of course, you know, me being a sports fan, but basketball, NBA is my favorite sport. I love sports. I know the Super Bowl, you know, and everything, and I watch the Super Bowl, but like when it comes down to football, baseball, like I used to know them things like the back of my hand. Now I'm gonna be honest, like I really don't watch football as closely since the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. That's just my personal take.
Gotcha.
I have not been into it as hard like I used to. What, the NBA, I love it. And what I like with Kobe, it was just like, even when he retired, he was still there. Like he was still a face in the NBA.
Right.
Even though he wasn't on the court. So it was like, man, he was just here.
Right.
You know, he was just here with us. So, you know, so what I want to do for you guys out there, you know, I just want to play a little segment, because like I said, it was a silver lining for me, because I was watching a lot of interviews, even though I was watching interviews before he passed.
Right.
But all week long, that's all I've been doing. It's been a week now.
I want to say over the last year, I've studied Kobe like crazy in terms of different interviews he's done with certain individuals that I'm familiar with, and studied a lot of what he was doing after his career with basketball. in terms of, of course, we know he got the Oscar, and then he started making investments into business. So I studied a lot of his material over the last year, watched his documentary, everything over this last year before his untimely demise. So I can definitely say I was definitely shocked when I got the news. I'm like, man, I've been diving into his stuff over this last year hard, and then to hear that information, it stunned me.
Yeah, it all hit us in some type of way. All right, so what I want to do just right now, just play a little small segment or something from Kobe.
Absolutely.
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. Yeah. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness. There's a quote from one of my English teachers at Lower Merion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And that's something I always live by. I'm not gonna rest, I'm gonna keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
And what brings you the most joy right now?
Being with my family.
Really?
That is the most fun. It's just, it's hanging out with them all summer, being able to like do things that I ordinarily couldn't do.
Yeah.
Because of training, because of season and stuff like that. So being around them and watching Bianca grow up, because there are a lot of things that I missed with Natalia and Gianna because I was playing. So being there every day with them is so much fun, man. So it brings me the most joy. What does love feel like? Happiness is such a, I think I would describe love as happiness. I think I'd describe it as a beautiful journey.
All right, so I just want to stop it right there because, for one, I want to just hit on some of the things he said that just really spoke out right now, just in me listening to it now. And first of all, just like how we just ended it, he talked about the love. All right, what is love? He says happiness.
Right.
When we doing something that we are passionate about, all right, that's something that we love, all right, and it brings happiness in our life, and that's how we want to live. Like, I know for me, hopefully everyone that's out there, that's how you want to live your life, is to be happy. All right, that's the whole thing. It's the pursuit of it, and and the thing that he just said too was the resting at the end.
At the end, right? Not in the middle.
Not in the middle.
That's how you live. That's that Mamba mentality.
And that's what I mean by that silver lining. We don't have the answers to everything. And we could question why did certain things happen. Now, I have got to a point in my life I really don't do that. All right, I don't question things. It just it's life. So
right.
I don't really question anything. But we don't have the answers, and all we could do is do what we can while we're here.
Right.
Our time is so short. Life is fragile.
Exactly.
And when I look back on his life, Kobe, he did a lot. He had a fulfilled life.
Right.
Like, he impacted the world. So, shout out to Kobe.
Definitely.
Black Mama lives forever. All right, and so that's I just want to that's our percenter of the week. So I definitely want to just
Definitely well deserved.
Exactly. So, just for people that's out there that's wondering, I know we was telling you guys about the vision of the Rise on 1%, but now I just want y'all to understand, what is the 1%? Like, what you feel like is the 1%?
The 1% to me is being extraordinary in whatever you're setting out for. There's okay, there's good, there's great, and then there's extraordinary. So to me, anyone that's a 1%er to me is a person that goes the extra mile to be great. As Kobe even was just speaking on. And greatness is not necessarily just so much of what you can do for you, it's what you can do for others. So with that being said, that's what a 1%er is to me. The person that goes over and beyond to make things happen, to be great.
Right.
Extraordinary at what they do.
Right. And Kobe said that's his definition of greatness. What you could do for others and making other people great. That's greatness.
Exactly.
So that's big. That's big. So, you know, this is what we're gonna be giving you guys, all right, on a weekly basis. We're gonna step it up a lot more as we go along. We're gonna bring on 1%ers. Absolutely. And we're going to give y'all guys a lot of value. All right, a lot of value that we face as, because it's a challenge every day. You at war every day. Like, that's one thing I learned from listening to David Goggins and, you know, just reading his book. Like, you at war every day, and that's how I look at business myself. Like, I run through a lot of things that, you know, it knocks me off track, but you got to keep going.
Keep going.
You know, so this is what we're gonna bring to you. So, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much summed it up. That's pretty much what this Rise of the 1% podcast is going to be about, giving you the goods of what it takes to get to that peak, whatever that peak may be in terms of whatever you're doing, to excel at the highest levels of whatever you're doing. And you're going to get to hear from me and James on our different perspectives and the knowledge that we have on different things around how to get there, and then also you're going to be hearing from other people that's selling and doing great things at a high level as well. So I'm extremely excited about this. You know, we was doing the interviews on conference calls some years ago. Conference calls, inviting people onto conference calls, putting a flyer up on Facebook, telling people to hop on as, you know, I interview different people, and now to be able to partner up with my friend, my brother, James J.C. Williams, on this Rise of the 1% podcast now, some years later.
It's even more special.
It's special.
Exactly.
I'm excited about it.
Awesome. So, you know, for you got anything that you may want to just give people, you know, like we want to give them something, like, you know.
Right. So, yeah, what I would say is definitely you can visit theriseof1%.com. I actually have some training material over there, matter of fact, in terms of growing businesses, you know, getting business to the next level, whether it's marketing, advertisement, sales, etc. And just go over there and just check us out at theriseof1%.com. A lot of information over there.
Awesome. Well, brother, I appreciate it. All right, this is our first one. And wow. Absolutely. Wow. So
I think that deserves a round of applause.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. So we look forward to getting with you guys next week.
Yes.
And here we are, and we out.